am Red Cyclone! Yeah!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Merc with the mic.
What's going on? What's going on?
Chillin', Merc. What it is?
Not much, man. Just getting by. I'm on my first day of vacation, just relaxing, trying to finish up Final Fantasy 16 and catching up with the stuff we had to watch for the cast. So that's pretty much my
True that.
But yeah, Final Fantasy 16 been amazing. I've been really enjoying that game, and recommend a lot of people. If you're into anything like Devil May Cry-ish or Game of Thrones, that's 100% for you.
Okay, cool stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta wait a year, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm
Jinky's
not
mad.
PS5 for that. I'm not buying PS5 for that.
Yeah, Jinky's mad. He was like, "Oh, is it exclusive?" Like, yep.
Yeah. It's alright. I'll wait.
Yeah.
The good news about that game also was the sales. I think they
Killing
were
it.
number one like the first week in Japan and I think here. I'm not sure.
It's
if it
the
was
first
here,
game
but-
to take out Legend of Zelda.
and then immediately it got taken back.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was pretty funny. But yeah, good job.
Yeah.
Good job. I'm glad it came out well. I'm glad people are enjoying it, right?
Yeah.
Because it could have been
A lot worse.
lukewarm.
Yeah.
You know. I'm glad it. The one thing I will say I'm glad about it, even though I haven't played it, I'm just glad that the collaboration between them and Capcom paid off.
Yeah. It's a style of game that I will enjoy, kind of thing. Like, I'm not a big fan of turn-based, so a lot of the older Final Fantasies I probably would never get into. I have played them, but it always took me longer to get into them. So like Final Fantasy Remaster, I dug because the gameplay, I was able to control it. So I was happy when this one was, and I was like watching people play, and everyone was telling me about it. Like, damn, I gotta get it now. So I'm very happy about it. Looks dope.
Good stuff. About the game so far, since you said you're near the end, so there's not gonna be much to spoil you for.
Yeah.
Do you have favorite characters?
The dog is my dude. Like, he's my favorite character. I actually like Clive a lot. I thought as a antagonist, like his character develops very strong. Again, like if you watch Game of Thrones, I keep carrying it because it is 100% Game of Thrones. He's pretty much Jon Snow, so that character is pretty much Clive. And then every other character you find, if you actually play the game and know that, you will compare a character to a character because that's how it works. But they have a really good antagonist. They have a really good cast of characters and stuff like that kind of surround you. It gets cooler towards in the later on because you're kind of on your own for the most part, and then you'll have a new person with you like here and there. But the wolf is always with you, so he's my favorite. I've been doing the bounty hunts of the monsters and stuff right now before I end it. But it's been good. It's easy combat system for me. Like it's very simplified, and I'm 100% fine with that. I know a lot of pure Final Fantasy fans wise are not crazy about the new gameplay, but I fucking dig it. I love it because it fits my wheelhouse. So fuck it.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. If it's what you like, it's what you like.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see the similarities with the Yakuza series.
Yeah.
Because it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Because it's an action series that went RPG.
Yeah.
So, and you say you like that series a lot.
Yeah.
So it's funny if they found a way to I don't know what could you say what it is that you like about the Yakuza RPG series?
Because it's ridiculous.
So yeah,
The gamers don't
it's
take itself seriously. It's a ridiculous kind of RPG. The powers are ridiculous. Everything is ridiculous about that game. So that's the reason why I think I got it into it. And then 100% I was already into Yakuza. So I was already had a footstep. Had already had a foot in. So I was gonna play it no matter what. So I was scared. I was not gonna like the turn base. I really was. And then once I started learning it and getting the hang of how to do things and how to build your characters and things like that, it became more clear. And then it got a lot more fun because I was able to experiment with a lot of the new jobs and all that shit too.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
they made it good enough for you to really like do stuff in the game to customize your guys and all that stuff too. So I think that's the reason why I like that one so much.
Okay.
When it
Okay.
comes to any other like turn-based RPG, at least you would be like, I don't care.
Yeah, but I see what you mean by it's the not taking itself so seriously part that helps not make it so boring.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? Yeah. I wonder if that's something they might consider in the future
Maybe.
because Final Fantasy always takes itself serious.
Yeah.
it kind of do.
Yeah.
It kind of do. I'm trying to think. There's probably like maybe one or two that don't. Like Final Fantasy X-2 is probably like one of the least mainline
Yeah.
Final Fantasies that doesn't take itself so seriously and is more fun.
Yeah.
But I know people don't, or at least purists didn't like it because the sad fact that at that time specifically gaming was a male-dominated thing, and the main characters in that game, it was 3 girls.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, what are you paying
So
them?
there's no guys. You can't play as no guy. I'm like, shut up.
If as long as the story's good, I don't care who I play as. I played as a fox. I don't give a fuck. You give me a good story, I'll play as you. I don't give a damn.
Exactly.
I played as a freaking meat sack. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. That's listen. That's my favorite character in Mortal Kombat history. I don't care about Liu Kang. I don't care about Johnny Cage, Shang Tsung. I care about meat.
Yeah.
That's my guy.
Yeah, man.
The stupid secret character from Mortal Kombat 4 that they brought back in like one other game.
Yeah.
Meat. He's just a pile of meat. Love it. It's so dumb.
I hate that mentality though. It's like, yo, it's a game. You let the game tell you the story and see if you can enjoy it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
People hate on everything. I don't know.
This is true.
Everyone, we watch wrestling. You know how much hate that shit gets too. Like, what?
This is true.
It's like people hate the things they love the most, and they just like toxically hate it for some fucking reason.
And it's funny because we're coming off the wrestling babble, right?
Yes.
But we talked about how good the bloodline stuff is,
Yeah.
and it's good in a way that transcends wrestling into like it is basically. I don't want to just hop on the bandwagon and say it's cinema. That's not what I mean. But what I mean is it's less of that type of what you perceive as professional wrestling, and it becomes like story-based entertainment, and it's like, wow, they can do that.
Yes, wrestling has always been that. It's just that now is like the storyline has just been taking a whole different like. I think they just are been one thing I'll give them credit's due too. As long as this storyline's been going, which is going on almost 3 years, like this storyline is consistent. It's well written or well performed by the people that are connected to it. I will say it got a boost because of Sami Zayn. I think like that really like put the lighter on the firecracker once Sami Zayn was part of it, and then the whole storyline went with that too. But it is like, all right, so I'll describe it to like my I've been watching the show called The Bear. It's on FX. It's about cooking. It's about a dude that took over his restaurant. His brother died, and he took over. It's probably one of the best acting shows I ever seen on TV in a long time. The acting is good, like from all the characters, all the storylines. It's just a very clever and well written show that actually has a lot of good actors in it, and they all play their roles extremely well. It's a fast show. It's an easy show to watch. I recommend everyone to watch it. It was really good. It's on Hulu. The 2 seasons are full on Hulu. But it's just, it reminds me of that, like how good it is, the cadence of the writing, the cadence of just the style of the characters, the crowd interaction with it, and just seeing everything unfold, and just can't wait to the next part. Like every time you watch SmackDown, it's like to be continued, and you're like, fuck, I gotta see what happens next week, that kind of thing. So we need more continue. Like as long as you have that, like that's what should be the point of everything. Like especially even in games too. Like the storyline of the storyline of the game should be the main focus, especially if you're playing a storyline game. Doesn't matter the character, as long as you build a good character, the story makes more sense. The story will build into more. Look at Horizon. Horizon has an iffy story, but as long as you build the character to get really interesting down the road, you'll get more into it. 100%.
True. Actually, I'm thinking about it now. Speaking of like the Bloodline and Yakuza, I think I find the parallel between the two of those, and I think that might be one of the reasons why I like it so much, because it's an action-based storyline, right? Yeah. But then, like you said, with the introduction of Sami Zayn, it's almost like there's that part that it was missing. Yeah. The part where it doesn't take itself too serious. Yeah. And you get the ridiculousness and the silliness and
the Uzi.
The Uzi. And it's so bad because that's an actual curse in their language. Yeah. Well, it's not a curse. It's a vulgar word in their language. I always feel kind of bad that they have to go along with it. You know, like they're basically saying vagina or something like that. I'm like, damn, that's messed up. But again, that's like the Yakuza-ness of the whole thing. I'm like, damn, this. Could you imagine if they took the Bloodline and just turned it into a Yakuza game?
Yeah, someone actually did that with the scenes when you actually get introduced to people. Someone did that with the Yakuza video scene with each character of the Bloodline. I gotta find that, but I've seen that before and it made me laugh. Because you see Roman Reigns, you see his
tribal chief, then you get the wise man. Yeah. What's main event? Jey Uso, the right hand man.
Right hand man. Jimmy.
And then you got what was his title? Sami Zayn. Yeah, Honorary Uso.
The Honorary Uso. Yeah.
It really is. I swear to God, Triple H has been watching Yakuza. I said it.
Yeah.
I said it.
There you go. Something that popped up today was the first leak picture of Deadpool and Wolverine in Deadpool 3.
It looks good. The costume for Wolverine is nice and bright and yellow, and it contrasts well with the Deadpool suit. And because of the characters, because it's still Hugh Jackman and whatnot, I know there's gonna be a part where he convinces him to wear the suit.
So
it has to be.
Yeah, I think that's 100%, and I have so this is gonna be like. So I was looking at the cast and how they're casting people for this movie and how they're being.
And Gambit's in the movie. Gambit's in the movie.
Yeah.
They confirmed Gambit.
Channing Tatum. Yeah. So I think this is gonna be a movie version of Marvel Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, but with the Fox X-Men or the 2000 X-Men, the 2000 Marvel movies.
Okay.
Because there's rumors that Chris Evans is gonna be Human Torch in this too.
Okay, wait, that's pretty funny.
So I think that's the approach they might do. Is I think it's gonna be Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe kind of style comic, into this thing, but with the '90s Marvel characters, the movie characters, or even TV. I could see them getting some of the cheesy TV characters as well.
They need to get Kelsey Grammer back as Beast.
Well, they got Channing Tatum as Gambit. They got Storm's coming back as Halle Berry's coming back as Storm, but she's supposed to be like a crazy cat lady Storm.
All right.
Professor X, Patrick Stewart's back. So they got a lot of the original cast back and shit like that. So I'm really excited to see where this goes and what they're gonna do with this movie. But the fact that I saw the yellow suit just made me happy.
That's a good thing.
That's all I wanted in the X-Men movies was this fucking yellow suit.
See, I would have been happy with brown and tan. Because I'll take either one.
Oh, they it's in there.
Oh boy. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
brown and tan is in there. We probably even get the X-Force suit. Because the whole X-Force is supposed to be in this movie too.
I'm not familiar. Is that the black and gray one?
The black and gray, yeah.
Well, that wasn't that not him. Wasn't that like his son?
No, it was him.
That black and gray one with the red eyes.
Yeah, it was him.
That was him. Okay,
Yeah.
because I did not read that, so I don't know.
Draken had like Draken was Wolverine, but he had the brown and tan suit.
Oh, he did. See,
When he was the Dark Reign. When
No, this is
Norman
all new to
Osborn
me.
took over.
There's a lot of stuff I did not read.
Yeah, so
X-Men.
after Civil War, the next big story was Dark Reign. That's when Norman Osborn like fucking stopped the Skrull invasion, and he's the one that killed the Maiden One, so he became the hero of the city, and he created his own Avengers.
Is that when he became the president?
It was going towards that, and he was the Iron Patriot.
The Iron Patriot.
Yeah,
See,
and
I
then he
know
made
that.
his own Avengers,
Okay.
which with a bunch of villains like Bullseye was Hawkeye,
Yeah.
and then Draken was the Wolverine of the team.
Is that also the origins of the Thunderbolts, or that?
Nah, Thunderbolts came out way
Different.
before that.
Okay, so it's way
Yeah.
before. All right, so something different, totally different.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Gotcha.
But that was during the Dark Reign game, so I actually see that.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I'm excited for it. I'm very happy to see that suit. I was just like happy just to see it. I was like, yeah, they actually got the suit.
Good stuff.
Yeah, Liv Morgan.
Yeah, I
at the Barbie
appreciate that.
premiere.
I like that she put up the thing of her as Barbie, like Barbie is a WWE champion.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, go ahead, do a damn thing, Liv.
Yeah. So they just announced the Comic-Con exclusives for the Lightning collection.
Okay, so
And
what's
it is the Power Rangers Omega Rangers, which is from the comic, and I'm very mad, and I gotta try to get this.
okay? So, I see. All right, I see the retweet you put up.
Mm-hmm.
When about is this? Is this like a book thing only?
Yeah, it's only in the comic. So
Okay.
the Omega Rangers debuted. So after Shattered Grid, and no, it was another comic after it. It was definitely after Shattered Grid, and then they had another storyline that went through. After that storyline, after Shattered Grid, and then there was one after it. They transfer powers. Jason, Trini, Zach technically went on that peace journey, and they got new powers.
Okay.
And so Jason, Zach, and Trini are the black, red, and yellow, and they're the Omega Rangers. And then they got an alien that's the Blue Ranger, which is, I think there's a new Ranger now that's the Blue Ranger. But yeah, that's how they became. And then Rocky, Adam, Aisha became the red, yellow, and black Rangers of the Mighty Morphin.
Okay. Now I don't know exactly what the power types and different deals and things that they get in that universe. So
Yeah.
like, in terms of new powers for Power Rangers, was it something like they could do things that the other Rangers couldn't?
So the origins of their power source was off of Zordon's original power source. So Zordon in the world of the Boom Studio comic, he was a full Ranger. He had powers and things like that. So the power that they got is from his original team.
Oh, okay.
So the Omega, and then it was Omega the 3, and then they have other suits that come in later on. They get other Rangers, but at the moment they only had 4, and the 4th one was trying to betray them. So she was trying to lead them to a trap and then fuck them over. But then it didn't happen, and then also someone else became the Blue Ranger and took over for the person that was the Blue Ranger.
Gotcha. Okay.
I would say, if you could get your hands on the Boom Studios, if you're on Comixology, they have a shit ton of the Power Ranger Boom Studio comics to read, and they're so good. They're very mature, they're very adult, and they're very they kill people and all that shit. And they have a really good thing, and there's something that came up recently that me and Tommy have been saying for many years, that Zordon is the evil bastard, because honestly he became the fucking evil bastard. So there's a lot of things that came in, and the fact that he was using the Rangers to get his own power source and shit like that. It's a great comic, and then I recommend everyone read it if you've never read it before.
Gotcha. Also,
Yeah.
is that recent? The thing I think it was that Zordon got killed by Zed. Like
Yeah, that's recent.
Like 2 years ago,
That's
or
recent.
like
Yeah,
last year or something.
yeah, last year.
Yeah. I remember. Okay.
They just introduced Lord Zed into the comic,
All right.
and now he actually has his own power suit.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
No figure for that one yet, right?
Nope, not yet.
Not yet.
But now I gotta find a way to get this box set. I'm fucking mad. Stupid.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty
Damn
good.
Power
But
Rangers.
I do see the picture. They actually look pretty cool. And that is also just a part of the Hasbro, right?
Yep, lately collection. Yep.
Like the collection. Yeah, cool.
But yeah, now I gotta find it.
Wait, they will end up selling them separately, or is like when they do this, they typically only do box. And that's
So they did this with the Psycho Rangers and lined up selling them separately as well. So they did that with the Psycho Rangers, but the Alien Rangers seems like it's gonna be its own thing.
Oh, damn. All right. Did they do an Aquatar yet, or no?
Yeah, that's what they did. The Alien Rangers.
Okay, that's all right.
I have that pre-ordered.
And that one, it came with the heads from the American show? Or
Nope.
No?
Nope, that was
So
my
you don't get
disappointment with it.
You don't get the American alien heads?
Nope.
Ah. Well,
That
okay,
you-
right. Well, wait. If they don't give you those heads, isn't that just a Sentai?
Yep, pretty much.
Because I was gonna say, wait a second, Mark. Those are basically just another show
Yeah.
without that whole bit of the character.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well,
So yeah,
I hope they don't do that thing that they did where they re-release it and then box it with a alien ranger head.
Me too. I hope not. But they have a tendency to reuse a lot of shit.
Gotcha.
So it's something that I could see them reusing. They've done it before.
I mean, they still look cool though. Still.
Yeah, they do.
Do you remember the name of that show? Because I didn't watch that one yet.
Which one?
The where they took the alien ranger suits from.
That was the fucking Sentai.
Because that one
It's one of them on Tubi.
Okay. All right. I'm listening.
Sentai Alien Rangers. Oh, it's gonna have a super. Kaku Ranger. There you go.
Kaku. Oh, that's Kaku Ranger.
Kaku
Okay.
Ranger. Because they're not aliens in the show. They're
No,
ninjas.
that much I do know. Yeah, that much I do know.
Yeah, they're ninjas. And then you have the Black Ranger that actually talks English.
Is it like English, or is it like broken English?
No, he actually talked English.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he talked
Okay.
English in the show. Yeah, and that was the one that Rito, the skeleton dude, he was the
the one.
main villain.
Oh, is that the one with the one you showed me where the lady they're in a club and the ladies? in
No,
there?
that's Turbo.
Oh, that's Turbo.
Yeah, she only got a butt lick. Yep.
Okay.
She's trying to lick her butt.
The one with so who's in that show? Is it the I'm trying to remember the characters that the bad guy. I remember the one that was the prism-y looking dude. He's black with the green lines on him. Because I remember, like, wasn't he in a different show? Like, they used him for one season in the American, but he's actually not from that.
From the Alien Rangers, you mean?
No, I don't mean specifically Alien Rangers. I mean from Sentai.
Yeah.
And I think it was around the time we were slowly going through them,
Yeah.
and I had fell off. But I do remember the guy smoking.
Oh. Yeah, he was in Jetman.
That was crazy. It was the guy smoking. I was like, what?
That was Jetman. It
That's
was
Jetman.
the monster that was smoking with the scarf on his neck.
Yes,
Yes, that was
Yes.
Jetman.
that's Jetman.
That was before Mighty Morphin.
Got you. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, that was
I'm
Jetman.
like, that's burned in my brain of the monster smoking a cigarette. with the
Jetman
scarf.
was
I'm
really
like,
good.
what?
Jetman was very soap opera-ish. Like it was really good. Like it had like a really dense story, and then the Black Ranger was a badass, and that dude smoked a bunch of cigarettes too. Like he actually came back as a badass, and one of the pirate one, the pirate Sentai. I started watching. I didn't finish it, but I was watching it, and he came back, as a ghost. So he legit is dead, but he came back as a ghost and helped one of the Yellow Ranger fucking fight people. So he actually went in her body and fought. It was crazy.
The pirate one is in America. That's like a new one, right? Or a newer. The pirate one, like they repurposed
that was
the pirates.
Super Mega Force.
Super Mega Force. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I remember the reason I know that one is because the yellow one is in Battle for the Grid.
Yes.
Yes, with the whip sword or whatever.
Yeah. And that was a good. Like the Sentai was a really good season. Go Cager, or something like that. It was a good season. They like so. As in me and Tenacious T, we were going through the Sentais. That was a head start to meeting some of the Rangers, because when I started going through that, I think we were going through Space, Mega Force at the time. No, we were going through Space, the Space Sentai at the time. So I was seeing characters that were from other Power Rangers, and then when I got after Space, and I started seeing other ones from like Mystic Force and shit like that, I was like, oh shit, I didn't even get to introduce them yet. So they have a lot of later ones too, and I was like, but then that episode with the Black Ranger from Jetman, I was actually really happy to see that. I was like, oh, that's actually really cool. And it was the same dude that actually played them and shit.
Got you. That's cool.
And it's funny too, because some of them are recasted too. So, so the ninja. So if you go to Kaku Ranger, the leader of Kaku Ranger lines up being in Galaxy. He's fuck, I can't think of his name now. He gets recasted as another Ranger. Power Rangers. I forgot his name. I hate when I forget names.
Are most of those on Tubi, or at least
all the way up to?
What about
Ninja
Jetman?
Storm?
That's one.
Jetman's in
Jetman?
there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think I should.
Magnum Defender. So the leader of Nakaku Ranger, he goes in. He becomes Magnum. He is Magnum Defender in the Lost Galaxy Sentai.
Okay.
So like, there's some actors that come back and they play other actors. They play other characters.
Got you. All right, I understand. I mean, and you know what? I'm not mad, because at least that. Well, see, I wonder about the American ones and how they break continuity constantly, but then try to keep it.
Yeah.
Are they always on the same planet Earth? Or are they always on the same planet? Because I feel like sometimes later seasons, they're not even on Earth.
No, they're not all on the same planet. It's like a multiverse kind of shit. The ones that exist in the same planet, I guess, is all the way up to space. Then after that, it goes into different areas of different places.
Because I definitely feel like SPD is not supposed to be on Earth.
Well, SPD is future.
It's the future, but I was saying the feeling of it feels like it's not supposed to be.
SPD is technically Earth, but it's Earth in the future, so they had been okay to bring aliens on and things like that, and that's why they have a police force for it. So technically it is supposed to be Earth. And the Sentai is Earth as well.
Okay.
And then Mystic Force is in its own little corner in the universe and has the mystic powers and like Harry Potter town kind of shit.
Yeah, that's that.
So not all of them are in the same direction. RPM is probably like, what if the villains win? And that was how that started. So there's a lot of things, the different worlds they are in. Not everyone is in Angel Grove.
Yeah.
Angel Grove will be a sinkhole.
Pretty much. I mean, otherwise that means they have the biggest quarry in the world. Because, that's where all the fights are.
Yeah.
You just reminded me. Speaking of like Angel Grove and the quarry, I still need to see the movie that came out recently. The not Master Rider. What's the Japanese name?
Kamen Rider.
The Kamen Rider movie.
Yeah, they're good. They're on Tubi too.
No, but I mean like the recent one, like the brand new one that came out this year.
Oh, I got a website. You can probably find
with the one where he's just killing people and is mad bloody and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that one.
I got a website you might like. You can actually get stuff in pretty easily. Because I actually been watching Sentai on this website.
Ah, I got you. Okay.
And they also have Spider-Man on there.
You mean the Emissary of Hell?
Spider-Man.
That's what I'm talking about. The Emissary of Hell.
Yes.
With his giant robot, Leopardo.
Yep. They have it on there.
Okay. All right. Okay. I have been slacking on that one because I know I like the aesthetic, and every clip of that show I see makes it seem insane.
Yeah.
But I had never actually just looked for it. But okay, I need to.
Yeah, that website's pretty good. They have a lot of things available, and you could just link their YouTube on it and watch. It's just in parts. That's the only the difference. They don't have full. If you pay for membership, you get the full episode. But if not, they give it in parts.
That's not bad.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of Sentai talk. Oh, shout outs to the Morphin Cast, Shell Shock, Not a Trekkie, and the Gamer Rage. We'll be back very soon. We'll be recording Saturday for Not a Trekkie and Shell Shock. We just HT had a big move and all that stuff, so we're just trying to get time situated right now. So we are doing Turtles 4, Turtle Season 4 of 03. We are doing Power Rangers RPM. We're doing Star Wars Clone Wars Season 4. No, Season 3. No, Season 3. And then a Game of Rage. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just talking about Sentai. I just had to bring it up.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
It just you 100% just reminded me though that I was slacking, because I forget that a lot of that stuff did go to Tubi. Like,
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, Tubi did put a lot of stuff on there.
And then it's back to the old stuff too. That's the thing I really forgot, is that it's not just like Power Rangers that we know. They went back. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to look at that.
On their YouTube channel too, they have a ton of old stuff.
Oh, see, I didn't even realize that was a thing. So
yeah, their YouTube channel has a ton of old stuff. They have the VR Trooper ones and all that shit.
Damn, you said VR Troopers. All right.
Tommy still really wants to go through VR Troopers. I'm fighting not to.
I mean, look. I say do it, because it's not that, the American one's not that long.
Yeah, they are.
How many seasons of VR Troopers are
They're
there?
only 3 seasons, but there are a lot of episodes.
Wait. See, okay, I'm confused because you just said 3 seasons. I didn't know there were 3 seasons of VR Troopers.
I didn't know either.
2.
I thought there were only 2. VR Trooper has
Damn.
Yeah.
And you mean the Americanized one?
Let me make sure. VR.
I thought it ended before that. Wow.
Yeah, Tommy wants to go. He's like, oh, we still gotta go through them. I was like, we don't. They're not part of Sentai. Like, oh, they're part of. Like, no, they're not. This different company.
Like, I can be honest. For that series,
2 seasons.
about the okay. But how many episodes per season? It's like, is it 40 something?
Yeah, it's a lot. They're like, yeah, because when they order episodes, they order like in 50s.
Damn. So
52 episodes for season 1.
It's basically equal to like a 4-season show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So season 1 is 52 episodes.
Who Time Saban had a lot of money. That's all I gotta say.
No, they're not doing much. They're just clipping shows and hired dumb actors to do like the little beginning skits. That's about it.
And that's why he has a lot of money, because he didn't spend a lot of money.
Exactly. Yeah, and then season 2 has 40 episodes.
Oh,
That's like 5 seasons right there.
yeah.
So that's why I don't want to do it.
How you got 90 episodes in 2 seasons?
I told him I wouldn't mind doing Superhuman Samurai. That's the one I won't mind doing.
Yeah, because it was alright.
But
And it
VR
had some
Troopers,
cut.
and then I watched it. There was one time when he was over. You started watching VR Troopers, and I was like, "Yo, I can't watch this." He was like, "Why?" Fuck that dog. The dog is
That's
stupid.
Yeah, the dog. The dog is
And then
terrible.
you had Randy Jackson talking to them too, and he fucking
I
wasn't. And then you also had like
Sir.
what is it? It
Sir.
was not a good show. It was not a good
Sir.
show. I was very gullible as a
forgot.
kid.
Is that really Randy Jackson?
No. He just looks like him.
Okay.
No,
Okay,
it's
'cause
just he looks
No,
like
no, because I'm not even gonna say that's like misremembering.
Yeah.
If you just casually look at that man, you would think, is that Randy Jackson?
Yeah, exactly. I
Like
thought
makeup on
yeah.
for his hair? Like,
And the stupid
No.
talking dog.
yeah, the dog is the worst part of that show.
Yeah, the two-
Easily.
Stupid talking dog. Ryan Steele's overacting was fucking terrible. Like, there's a lot of bad things. There's a lot of shit I could talk about VR Troopers because I watched a good amount of it, and it was not a good show. Even when I got older, I watched some of it. Not a good show. And even the Sentai, the parts and stuff like that, they don't save that show
Dude, wait.
because
it's
they did
just
some
in-
really dumb shit. Like when we go to virtual reality, they had different suits and they all were fucking painted over T-Rex fucking helmets.
Really? Yeah, but you see, you telling me the little tidbits makes me want to go back and watch it because
Yeah.
some of this sounds too ridiculous to be true, but I know it is because I went back and watched it not too long ago.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like at least the first season, I watched at least like 10 episodes, and I was like, oh,
It's not good.
It's not good. Still better. I'm not gonna lie. I still think it's better than Power Rangers season 3. I saw. Just because I couldn't stand it. I couldn't stand it.
The beginning of season 3 wasn't bad.
Okay.
It's everything else after the beginning was bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Once they got the children acting, that's when it got bad.
Yeah.
But everything else, like, there's a lot of things 100% I will say agree. Season 3 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, honestly, almost destroyed Power Rangers for me. It's not a good season. VR Troopers is not that far away.
Would you rather watch that or what's the live action Turtles Next Mutation?
We
that it?
already watched it. I'd rather watch that.
Oh, you already watched it. Damn.
I'd rather watch that.
Already-
You want to know
You
why?
already went into the sewers. Damn.
Yes, you already watched them. Yeah, I'd rather watch that.
All right, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd rather watch that. The reason why is the fact that at least you're still gonna get Shirley's shenanigans because they're the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So that's where that helps it a bit. Not a lot, but a bit.
A bit.
Yeah.
Okay. The thing I wanted to say that it looked like this just in. Well,
look.
they're a verified account, so I guess I could say maybe there's some truth to this. But they said there's a rumor that Ben Affleck has been spotted on the set of Deadpool 3.
Yes, he's also
they
rumored to
wonder-
be Daredevil again.
If they're gonna, that's
Jennifer
crazy.
Garner is back as Elektra. They announced that.
Excuse
too.
me? No, you did not just tell me that.
So they're going to die.
You did not just tell me that.
Yes, they said. She's back as Elektra.
Confirmed as one of
If
the worst
Nick
movies we
Cage
watched.
comes back as Ghost Rider in that movie, that's gonna be the best movie ever.
Okay, all right. Wait a second. don't say things like that, man.
This is what it looks like though, because all those movies came out around that same time.
All right. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
And
I see the helmet.
I think
I see the
Deadpool movie gonna
helmet.
kill all of them.
Is definitely not good. Wow. Yeah, that's not a good helmet. Wow, VR Troopers. Wow.
And that's a T-Rex helmet.
Yeah, it is. It is. You can see it.
Hmm.
Wow.
That was American.
Yeah.
Americans did that.
Did you guys actually check out the Sentai for that one?
Huh?
Did you guys check
we
out
have
the Sentai
not.
for that one?
See, they have it on there though.
See that I would actually, I'm curious about.
The Sentai I'd be interested in watching, but not that.
Yeah,
I think
not
it's the
American,
Gyro
but-
series. What it's called?
Okay.
No, it's not. That's my bad.
Something else. Oh.
Something else.
Hmm.
I forgot the name of it. But it's in the likes of Ultraman and shit.
Oh yeah, that's a cool thing I just saw. Oh, hold on, I have to get the account because they're gonna have a celebration for Ultraman because it's the 57th anniversary of Ultraman. Very weird. 57. Okay. But I don't know if there's like a new show coming out for it.
There's a new movie coming out for it,
There's
and
a
they
new
have
movie.
an animated show on Netflix.
So I did see a little bit of the animated. It looks alright.
Yeah.
Not crazy. But I didn't know there was a new movie. Okay. Huh. And then I also forget that Shout Factory is always on Twitch, and you have to catch it, but they always surprise me because sometimes they have Ultraman and Sentai on there too.
Yeah, I think Sentai Sundays. They have like Sentai Sundays.
Okay. Wait, hold on. Here it is. July 10th is Ultraman Day. This year is the Ultraman's 57th anniversary.
Yeah.
Take a look at the new memorial art, Beyond Imagination, created by Masayuki Goto. So it's got, I guess, one of the original creators drew something.
Yes.
It does look cool as hell.
Yeah, they do some good stuff.
So yeah.
So like I said, if Nick Cage gets casted in Deadpool 3, I think we got the best Marvel movie ever. Because I feel like he's gonna kill them all.
You're not lying.
Yo, we already have signs of a lot of these fucking dudes that are actually legit said that they're in the movie. So I'm like, and then the fact that they got Jennifer Garner just signed on for that movie, so that was actually like confirmed. Ben Affleck been quiet. Chris Evans been quiet. But it looks like, and then Michael Chiklis I think got casted.
What?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I'm like, yo, I have a feeling it's gonna be Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Huh. Okay.
And I think that Deadpool and Wolverine gonna kill the Marvel Universe.
Gotcha.
They gonna get Toby and kill him.
No, it wouldn't be. It would be Toby, wouldn't it be?
It'd be Toby.
Wouldn't it be Andrew Garfield?
It'd be Toby because he was along with those movies.
Oh, at the same time period. Yeah, the 2000s. You're right.
Maybe Blade.
You're right. Come on, man. You ain't gotta kill Blade. What?
You give him a check.
I mean, wouldn't he technically be Deadpool's friend because of Blade 3?
Yeah. Well, maybe Ryan Reynolds plays Hannibal.
Oh, he plays his character. Okay. Oh, dude, if he does that, that'd be great.
That'd be crazy. I'm very excited to see what they do with Deadpool. I'm very excited. I think Deadpool's probably was Fox's best movies, and even Fox didn't want them, but they happen, and they're probably they're better movies.
Yeah, they happen. The best way to put it. They happen.
They happen. They didn't want them to happen, but Ryan Reynolds wanted it to happen, and they happened. Kudos to Ryan Reynolds.
I mean, you know what? He's a big part of not just him asking though, but those two movies were good.
Yeah.
And I think that's what gave him the, I guess if you want to say the clout.
Yeah.
To get this done, like he proved it. Those two movies were a proof of the first one was a proof of concept, basically. Yeah. And then the second one, they were just like, yeah, we know.
Yep.
So.
And the first one also, the fact that it was a $50 million budget and fucking hit $1 billion. That was a big thing too. Yeah,
you're right. Do you know if Cable's coming back for this movie, or he's not even in the movie?
Well,
movies,
technically, Deadpool has his time thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's why we're gonna get this.
That's right.
That's how it ended. Who knows? We'll see. I'm excited for the movie
though. Before we go into the thing we did watch, I mean the movie we did watch. Small thing about I got to get this one up about Evo 2023, about them breaking the records for Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Good.
for the tournaments. Like they didn't say the exact number, but I think it's over 3,000 entrants for that one.
Nice.
Street Fighter, I think it's got like 6,000 entrants. It's
Street
the
Fighter 6?
biggest Street Fighter 6 is the biggest Street Fighter tournament ever.
Yeah, let's do this. Get those fighting game tournaments back. Give me random shit to watch.
They just had one of the most expensive Tekken tournaments this past weekend.
Nice.
It's a company I'm not familiar with, so I don't have the name, but they are in Saudi Arabia, and they spent enormous amounts of money. The pool for the team tournament was the prize pool for the team tournament. I think was $1 million, and first place won $500,000 for their team. And so I think it came down to Pakistan versus Korea, and Pakistan took it 3-2.
Oh shit.
And it's just like, it's kind of crazy to think. Well, I already knew because they have guys that have been coming from there for a little bit to like different tournaments all around the world, and they've been placing very high. So I knew Pakistan had Tekken players.
Yeah.
But with this one, I think they finally put the world on notice.
Yeah.
Was just like, you don't know where the best players in the world really come from in certain games, because like, who would actually think Pakistan has got like the number one Tekken players? You know what I'm saying? You would always go, oh, it's got to be an Asian country or America.
Yeah.
And it's like, nope, you're mistaken. And then also like, I think the number one, number two Street Fighter player at the moment for 6, I think he's from UAE, United Arab Emirates. So like, you don't know where they be coming from. And then it's just better because now they're getting the spotlight. Oh, there was also another one for Street Fighter. There was a big Red Bull tournament. That was I think it was last week.
Cool.
Was it for Red Bull Kumite? They usually have those. South Africa. Yeah, South Africa Red Bull Kumite.
Cool.
Yes. And the player that won it was big. His name his handle is Big Bird. So, but he's from like the United Arab Emirates, and he won the tournament. So it's just crazy to see that, the international recognition. But then again, when you see that, it's also being like, it's kind of relevant to the game, because when you think about it, all those games, Street Fighter and Tekken and stuff, they're full of international fighters.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's cool. It makes sense. And also, he won with Marissa.
Okay.
Which is a character that people did not think she was like a top character, but she's very strong because she can kill you in like she can two-touch you basically. You mess up, you give a good Marissa player 2 mistakes, it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So yeah. And it's also cool to see like the second place guy was, I believe he was a South African representative. I think his name is Christ. No, French. His name was Christ. Oh, that's his. Okay, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So France and the United Arab Emirates are like number 1 and 2 in Street Fighter right now. I think, and then DR is like another top country. It's like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Rashid. They announced Rashid for 6.
Yeah, he's the first character from the season pass.
Yeah.
So Rashid is coming, and he will be legal to use in Evo, because usually a new character, they don't want you to play kind of for your own good, because like you don't have time to learn it. But they're like, go ahead, it's on you. There's gonna be X amount of thousands of people. You wanna pick him and lose? Go ahead. But people are like, he might be super good. So we'll see.
Yep.
Okay. So, got anything else?
I was gonna ask you something, but we talked about Black Panther, right?
No, that was before we started.
Yeah. So EA announced Black Panther, coming from Cliffhanger Studios, which is a bunch of people from Shadow of Mordor, the creative people of the Shadow of Mordor, and a bunch of other highly popular games. They're making the one big studio of Cliffhanger Games. They are behind the new Black Panther single player game. It's gonna be third person, that they said, and it's coming. We haven't seen gameplay, but it's from EA, so there goes skepticism.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking for the season pass. I'm looking for the battle pass. I'm looking for the DLC. You know, all the ways they try to squeeze money out of you after the game is out. Because they can't just make a good game that holds up on its own. Like, they gotta get you. So.
Yeah, but yeah, and then that's Respawn Studios. So like everyone's gonna compare. Oh, but Star Wars, Jedi Survivor, yeah, because that's Respawn Studios. So I always consider them separate anyway.
Yeah, everybody does. Even when they were with Activision, people considered them separate. They were like, nah, but that's Respawn. Nah.
But they also announced that Iron Man is getting a game as well. That's going to be on Unreal 5 engine, but they haven't announced the team that's doing that one. But that also is under EA. So.
I can't put it on Respawn. But do you have a team that you would like to do
Respawn. I would take Respawn to do it just because of Titanfall.
Oh yeah, right.
They have experience with robots.
No, I'm just saying I don't want to just dogpile games on them. And aren't they still doing more stuff? That's
they could do more. They could do more.
I mean, isn't there stuff coming for Star Wars?
Jedi Survivor finished. That's done.
There's not gonna be any like story DLC for that game.
No.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. They were in DLC for the last game.
Gotcha.
So they're done. They ain't doing nothing. Good, make Iron Man.
Okay. Make Iron Man.
You can make Crimson Dynamo a villain. Like I seen y'all do mech suits. They're good.
Yeah, we've seen the best mech suits. Yeah,
exactly. So I Respawn would be the smartest decision for EA to do Iron Man. Shadow Mordor, I did like that game. That game was very good, very innovative, and honestly was a better Assassin's Creed than Assassin's Creed.
Gotcha.
It had a better gameplay flow, and it had this like but the only thing with them, I have a feeling that some of the same team is doing the Wonder Woman game. So my scared thing is they might have the same gameplay.
I wouldn't be upset though if it's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's my thing.
But I wonder what they
also I would just say I don't think Wonder Woman's gonna have stealth.
I don't think it's
and
gonna be
I
that good
think
of a game.
you could well, she flies that invisible jet maybe. But I think Black Panther is suited to the option of stealth.
Yeah, I think the gameplay of Shadow Mordor fits like Black Panther.
Yeah,
I could see how it will play and things like that. I wonder who will be the villains and stuff like that besides Killmonger and Claw. Like they have to go into their source of what Black Panther is. I want a good storyline. I hope they do a good job with it. So it'll be interesting to see what they do.
Just put Dr. Doom in the game.
Yeah, you could do that too.
That's
the easiest go-to. Like, just put Doom in. He hates everybody.
Go crazy. No, just go crazy and make God King Doom and give Black Panther the gauntlet at the end of the game and just turn it into a crazy fight.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all you need. Stop trying to be so serious.
Yeah. Because I feel like I feel like there's a space for new Marvel games and actually different characters and stuff like that. Spider-Man should not be the only one getting gameplay. There's a lot of characters that actually can make good games if you actually put the right team behind it. So
I'm still waiting for. This is what I want. Here's my actual. If you gave me whatever I wanted for a Marvel game, I want Heroes for Hire as a beat 'em up.
That'd be dope.
And give it to either Emu that made Streets of Rage 4, or even the Turtles guys. Like the other people under Emu. I think so. I know it's Lizard Cube, and I forget the other ones that made Turtles. But like, that's what I want.
You know what? I will take that. I will 100% behind that. And if they use that the animation they use for Streets of Rage, I'll be 100% behind that.
Yeah, and you could just put Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Jessica Drew. Is it Jessica Drew?
And
then
this chick.
One more person.
Who else? The cop chick. With the puffy hair. I forgot her name. She was in the show.
With puffy hair in the show. I don't remember. It's been a while.
For Hire. Misty Knight or something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Shang-Chi. It's part of the original
Shang-Chi?
team.
Throwing Daredevil street level as an unlockable character, like street level heroes, put in the Punisher or something. I'm just saying.
I'm looking at the 1997 comic, and it had Hercules and Hulk in the team too. I'm like, damn, that's
Really?
fucked up.
What street's gonna be left?
No one.
Damn. All right.
Yeah, I will take that. That would be dope.
But I'm just saying, if you gave me what I wanted, that's the team and that's the type of game I want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Misty Knight. I would definitely put Misty Knight.
Gotcha.
Black
She's
Cat.
the lady with the one arm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Misty
remember
Knight.
now.
You could put Black Cat. She was part of Heroes for Hire.
Black Cat.
Silver Saber was also part of it too. So there's a lot of characters they could alternate with, but Luke Cage and Iron Fist gotta be like the main two.
The main two, yeah. But that would be cool. That'd be cool.
Talking about Marvel, our movie is a Marvel movie.
You know what? Not a bad one. Let me get this here page up. This week's movie
What is this guy?
is Thor. You know what's interesting? Not the Mighty Thor. The title does not say Mighty Thor.
Just Thor.
Just Thor. Thor from 2011. Also, you know what's interesting? Did you know that there's a ton of rip-off Thors that came out around the same time this movie came out?
I would not pass it.
Searching for this movie, there's about 3 or 4 other Thor movies that came out around 2010, 2011 because they heard that Marvel was making this movie. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going to do the Marvel movie. Thor from 2011. It is PG-13. It is an hour 55.
Yep.
What else we got? The release date. I don't remember when this came out. I did not see it in theaters.
I think I saw it with Jinkies and Julio.
Okay. I don't see it.
Came out in November.
Where's America? Where's America?
Where is it?
No, that's the premiere.
May 6th, yeah.
May 6th.
Yeah, May 6th, 2011, yeah. Dark World was November. Thor the Dark World was November.
You know what? I have not seen Thor the Dark World.
Yeah, it's coming.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's coming.
This one is directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah, he's an actor. He's a good actor. I've seen movies that he was in as an actor. He was on the Murder of the Oriental to 2017. That was actually a really good movie. It was a pretty good movie.
Okay.
That found a
That's
mile.
cool.
He does a lot more acting than directing.
That's interesting then. Okay. But let me check his director tab. I want to see what he actually directed.
Murder in the Orient, the one I just said.
Okay.
The Disney Cinderella he directed.
Did not see that. I'm trying to see. Oh, he directed Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. All right. I saw that. He directed Dead Again. It's not a with Robin Williams. I saw that movie. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, it is. And he did Hamlet. All right. He's got a lot of different things, diverse stuff in there. Yeah. Not bad. The writing credits we have: Ashley Miller, Zach Stintz, Don Payne. That's a screenplay. For story, we have J. Michael Straczynski and Mark Prostrovich.
You're not gonna like Ashley Miller.
J. Michael Straczynski, I know his name. Now, is he
one of the writer of Thor at the time?
Got you.
He did Spider-Man for a while, but he was writing the Thor that the story that they based Thor on was his comic writing.
Was his version? Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
And then we have obviously comic book Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack Kirby. Excuse me.
Ashley Miller and Zach Stintz you're not gonna like because they did First Class.
That's the next movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
God,
I'm excited to see your torture.
No, sir, I don't like it.
Sir, I do.
So we got starring in the movie Chris Hemsworth as Thor.
And you know what? He was a fucking good Thor.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Yes, he was. Natalie Portman is Jane Foster. Tom Hiddleston is Loki.
And he was a
Credit
good
to him.
fucking Loki.
Yeah, he's the best Loki. I mean, he's like the only Loki, but he's like the best. Anthony Hopkins as Odin. Also good Odin.
Yeah.
Good Odin.
Like
Not mad at him.
Odin.
Stellan Skarsgård as Eric Selvig. Kat Dennings as Darcy Lewis.
Yeah.
Clark Gregg with 2 G's as Agent Coulson. Everybody's favorite. Colm Feore as King Laufey.
He was the Blue King.
That's why I don't know him, because he was the Frost King.
Yeah.
Idris Elba as Heimdall.
I thought he was great as him too.
Yeah, very good in that movie. I like the effect they used on his voice in that movie too, because it just sounded booming. Yeah. Ray Stevenson, R.I.P. as Volstagg. I didn't know that was him.
Yeah.
I 100% did not know that was him.
And it was all three. He was in all 3 movies. Yeah.
He was good as him, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I got problems with how they treated them, but he was good. Tanadu Asano as Hogun. Josh Dallas as Fandral.
He's only in this one. He gets replaced.
Okay.
By Shazam.
And he's actually but that guy's actually pretty good in this movie.
Yeah, he was good.
Jamie Alexander as Sif, which I thought she was great.
Yeah.
For the character Sif. Renee Russo, I don't remember.
Her mom.
As Frigga. That's the mom. Okay, yeah. As Frigga. Adriana Barraza as Isabella Alvarez.
I don't remember what that is.
Me neither. Maximiliano Hernandez as Agent Stillwell.
That's the one that I was telling. That's the
You're
who I was
saying
telling you. Yeah.
Hell Hydra. Yeah. And this is about it, because more we just a bunch of Frost Giant people that we don't know.
Yep.
Right. Is there anybody else who was like a character
Stan Lee
that stood out? I mean, Stan Lee as the guy who got his truck destroyed.
Exactly.
It's pretty funny. Oh, his name is Stan the Man in the movie.
Oh, and Hawkeye. Jeremy Renner.
I meant to say to you, I forgot Hawkeye was even in this movie.
Yes. Oh, Michael
like
Straczynski is actually a townie in the movie. The writer of the Thor comic at the time.
Okay. That's cool. You know what? That was the thing I think I remember too, was that they gave a lot of the people who wrote and had to do with the books.
Yes.
Like little cameos in like most of these movies. So that's it. Well, we got Dakota Goyo as young Thor, Ted Alpress as young Loki. So that's about it. So this one, let's go with this synopsis here. The powerful but arrogant god Thor is cast out of Asgard to live amongst humans in Midgard, Earth, where he soon becomes one of their finest defenders. I would say so, because his squad, what paper bag?
Yep.
They just get done with so fast. It's like, are you guys really heroes? Are you just riding on Thor's coattails? Let me see. So I mean, that pretty much sums up what they go through, because you're introduced to Odin and his sons.
Yeah.
And they're basically gonna give you, or they're basically going through succession, which means like Odin's gonna step down and one of the 2 sons will be king. And this is basically like, this movie is basically a part of Thor's redemption story, because as they start out, he's extremely arrogant. He's not listening. He's doing everything his own way. He's headstrong. He's running into things hammer first, ask questions later. And this kind of goes through a redemption arc for his character. He comes out of it a bit wiser. He comes out of it minus Loki, because as we introduce to Loki, we see his deception. We see how he became the king, and then how he ultimately fell from the throne and fell off the damn planet, fell out of Asgard. but they give you the origins of certain things. Now let me ask you, because this is Straczynski's origin story, is that the widely accepted story, the origin of Loki, that he is part frost giant?
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did that's something I did not know about the character
Yeah,
before.
because he's Odin's stepson.
Gotcha. Okay, so we had that arc where he learns of his heritage, and that kind of brings some resentment against his family, and it kind of ultimately turns him sour against everybody. The thing though, you do realize though, he still has love for his family.
Yeah.
But he's still gonna stab him in the back on his way to the top.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we're introduced to Jane Foster and then her expedition crew. You get to see, I think, because I never read Thor back in the day, and I know recently she's become a more prominent character, but like, was she really a standout character in the Thor series?
It was always his love interest and stuff like that.
Okay.
But then you also have Thor had like a identity on Earth, and not just being Thor, as in the movie kind of just he's Thor and he's always Thor. So they kind of went more in the ultimate version of Thor, that he's always Thor, and they all think he's crazy because he thinks he's the god of thunder, but he hasn't shown anything that's powerful until he actually gets the hammer.
About, like, I know that part, they do a cameo with the identity.
Yes. On the
shirt,
the name tag.
Yeah, the name tag, and then the guy, the member of her expedition, he uses that identity to basically take him out, which is not really like, they knew you were lying.
Yeah.
Because you see on the Shield computer, it says like falsified documents or something like that. And it's like, they know you're lying, but they let him go so they can see where this goes.
Yeah.
Because Asian Coulson, he's a smart character. He knows there's something more to that guy.
Yeah.
Because before that scene, when Thor was cast out, he did not have the hammer, right? He lost his power.
Yeah.
The hammer landed in a relatively close place, proximity to where he landed, not like right next to him, but like within driving distance, right? Yeah. So then you have that whole subplot of the hammer turning into the sword in the stone, and then all those people going there driving, camping out and stuff, having a party while they're trying to, man, they like straight up has a grill, like hot dogs and beers and just chilling, trying to get the hammer out. That's where you see Stan Lee's cameo. Yeah. So like you have that part, which I think is probably one of the more fun aspects of this movie, because it doesn't exactly have like the humor of some of the other Marvel movies, where like it's a bit more pronounced, and especially not like Ragnarok, you know what I mean, like where it gets really funny.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of where the charm of this movie comes in. Also, Chris Hemsworth is like, he's funny. His ridiculousness of being a man of God cast out that doesn't really understand where he is and why he doesn't have his powers, and well, he knows why he doesn't have his power, but he doesn't really understand why nobody knows who the hell he is. Yeah. Why nobody will believe him. Like, him coming to terms with that stuff is like actually a pretty good story. So they did make a good choice with him as Thor.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I think the supporting cast helps. Stanley Portman definitely helps. The guy, the I think his name is Finn. That guy, like he's a pretty good actor, and he I don't want to just keep saying he helps, but the way he like gets them through the situation by being brave enough to actually try to deal with Shield, because remember he said he had some contacts who dealt with them before. So like there's a lot of little things that it brings together like to make the movie actually enjoyable. I will say it's kind of more grounded, which is strange to say about a superhero movie.
Yeah.
More grounded than most of them. And that's like the only, it's not to the movie's detriment, it's just like it kind of takes away the excitement and stuff for a while. Yeah, it's not like it drags, but it's just like not too much actually is going on. Not too
Yeah.
much to keep me pumped and super invested is going on right now.
Yeah.
But then again, it spikes that by having things like Thor trying to get the hammer back from like the little shield compound,
Yeah.
and then you get the cameo with Hawkeye, and then like Agent Coulson's his perspective on everything, the way he's watching it go down, watching Thor kick all his men's asses, and then like he's asking like, who are you, where you come from, who trained you, and this and that. Which, you know what is funny in retrospect, when you think of Chris Hemsworth now, and it made me laugh when he's like, who trained you, were you trained in Afghanistan and whatnot? And I'm thinking like, it's funny because if only you knew, was this 2011, if only you knew like 10 years later he's playing a guy like that in Extraction.
Yeah.
Where he's like a military badass beating
Yeah.
people's asses, and I'm like, that's kind of funny. So did you have any like specific standout moments in the movie?
I liked a lot of the little scenes, especially the interactions, like him in the bar, him in the diner, fucking dropping the coffee cup. And I want another.
Yeah.
Cause he I liked the fact that he was like a person from not Earth and stuff like that, and he 100% acted on it. Like, oh, why is it a problem? Like, I just complimented her saying that was good. Like, I want another. And he just threw the glass on the floor. Same thing with the bar scene, and then he got the dude drunk because again, Thor can drink. He can. He has the power and stuff like that. I thought the suit was dope. I actually liked the Thor suit. I actually liked the scene when he actually finally gets the hammer and actually fights that big robot thing. I forgot what the name of it. But
yeah, I forgot. It's not the Annihilator.
Ultrons or something like that. I forgot. Anyway, but yeah.
I do like how that's like a classic villain for Thor, or a classic enemy for Thor, because it's not really a villain because it's not a person in there.
Yeah.
It's like an automaton type of deal.
Yeah.
And in this movie, you see it is basically piloted by Loki, because when he speaks to it, Loki can hear him and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then him talking to it gets him to like stop for a second or whatnot. But also there's the moment where he gets back to the hammer and he has not made himself worthy.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Because it's not just an instant, oh, he got the hammer, it's time, it's hammer time. No, it's like, no, they hold true, because when Odin casts him out, he whispers the iconic saying to the hammer.
Yes.
And I know, at least, well, I don't know. I've seen it done this way before, but is that supposed to be inscribed on the hammer?
It is inscribed.
It is supposed to be inscribed on it.
Yeah.
Okay. So in this one, he whispers the words to it. I guess that inscribes it on it, and he goes through his journey and has to make himself worthy.
Yes.
The one thing I thought was interesting, and I was like, oh man, it would have been cool as hell if Captain America made an appearance at this movie.
He was still frozen at this time.
No, he was still frozen. But like he
was
looked
defrosting at this time.
He's looking at it. He's like,
well, no, was he? Yeah, he was like kind of like, he was like defrosting at this time.
I think that because I think this
he's found
in the chronological order. This is after what? Is this after Captain America or is this before the Captain America movie?
So when Captain America wakes up, this happened already.
Gotcha.
So the scene when he wakes up, this happened already. The Thor happened already.
All right, cool.
Yeah. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I enjoyed it though. I actually, I enjoyed the humor in it too. It made me laugh. And stuff. And I caught things that I had to remember about it, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
And the CG was good.
Yes.
At least give it the credit for that. The CG was good. Like when the suit left him and the suit came back, it looked cool as hell. Him flying around and fighting the giant metal thing. It was cool. Loki doing his dirt, the frost giants, the bridge, like it all looked really good. So
So, what do you rate this movie?
This one I'm giving a 3.5.
So your 3.5s is a bunch. So you have 300 Punisher Warzone, History of Violence, American Splendor, Constantine, Jonah Hex, Surrogates, Ghost of the World.
You can stop there. I would put it above Constantine.
Okay.
Like, is that going up from top to
Going
lowest?
down. Yeah, top to bottom.
Yeah, put it above Constantine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
4. 3.5. I also give it a 3. You know what? I gave it a 3.5 as well, just to keep things balanced. I had to look at the movies that I have on my list, and I'm like, do I like it more than these movies? And that was the other thing. So I did give it a 3.5 though. It's on there. All right, our next movie. God, you hate that it was gonna come today, but it is the time. It is the time we watch X-Men First Class.
No.
And the next week we have Green Lantern.
I'm just mad. I saw somebody.
The 2-hit combo.
I'm telling you why I'm mad, because I saw somebody that I follow, I think, on social media on Twitter, and she was going through the X-Men movies, and she mentioned she was up to The Last Stand, and she was like, yeah, this movie's kind of bloated and whatever. It's got some good stuff in it, but it's not great. And then somebody mentioned to her about oh yeah, that movie makes First Class look great. And I'm like, nothing makes First Class look great. Nothing. And they praised Kevin Bacon as the villain. I was like,
he was Sebastian Shaw, right?
Like, you let him be regular ass Kevin Bacon, like he's not even jacked, and he's Sebastian Shaw. I'm just like, ugh.
So IMDb rates it a 7.7.
Yeah, because people love that movie. A lot of people really liked that movie when it came out. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
I think like the one cool thing in it was the Blackbird.
Yeah.
That was it.
So yeah, X-Men First Class is this week. Then we have, I'll give you the rest of the week. We have X-Men First Class. We have Green Lantern, Captain America, First Avenger. We have Cowboys and Aliens, Conan the Barbarian. That's wrapping up 2011. 2012, we have Ghost Rider, Spirit Avengers, Chronicles Avengers, Men in Black 3, Amazing Spider-Man, Dark Knight Rising, Dread, and then 2013, we have Iron Man 3, Man of Steel, Lone Ranger, R.I.P.D., Red 2, The Wolverine, Snowpiercer, Two Guns, Kick-Ass 2, Thor, Dark World, and that ends to 2023.
I've never seen Two Guns.
Yeah, that's it. Mark Wahlberg and Ice Cube.
Yeah.
No. Mark Wahlberg and Denzel Washington.
Denzel. Okay. Yeah, I never saw it.
It's based on a graphic novel.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I did not know that.
That's right. It makes the list.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Denzel Washington, Mark Wahlberg. That's who it is. Yep. So that's our next movies. All right, we can wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better, I Swear podcast. Make sure you follow us anywhere and everywhere. RedCycloneInc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we got a WordPress. And you know what? I don't care about threads. I don't care. There's too many of these things. Stop it. Just stop it. Just less. Make less. Where you at, Mark?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Mark with the Mic. Follow also my TikTok at Mark with the Mic. There's a lot of figure photography and all that stuff on there, so definitely check it out when you get a chance. Also, shout outs to Tenacious T and Jeremy Sriracha. They have a podcast called Popcorny. I'm going to be featured on there on Saturday, so definitely check it out when you get a chance. And you can listen to it on Spotify, Popcorny. That is it. X-Men First Class next week. I hear Mike sadness across the room. Peace out, ladies, and always remember.
God damn it!